Annecy's over and they didn't announce a new Steven Universe. Oh wait, never mind! Welcome back to Crystal Clear. That's right, I said it in the big 25 because I'm on Strict Vox and the Steven Universe spinoff just got revealed at Annecy Film Festival 2025. Ooh. I'm doing this off the cuff. I don't like how that last 5 came out. So if you've been following my year-long speculation on a brand new Steven Universe series coming to Amazon Prime Video, then congratulations! I did not waste your time because that's exactly what's happening. And it is the headliner of all the new announcements Cartoon Network unveiled this year. Cartoon Network Studios is expanding the beloved Steven Universe franchise with a brand new series, Steven Universe Lars of the Stars, now in development for Prime Video. The announcement was made Wednesday during the Warner Bros. Animation, Cartoon Network Studios, and Hanna-Barbera Studios Europe showcase at the Annecy International Animation Film Festival by Steven Universe creator Rebecca Sugar. Executive produced by Sugar alongside her partner and OKKO Let's Be Heroes creator Ian Jones-Cordy, Steven Universe Lars of the Stars will follow up on the original show, tracking fan-favorite character Lars Barriga, described as an eternal teenager and space outlaw. According to the official description, the sequel series will chart Lars and his pirate crew as they smuggle contraband, evade the authorities, and uncover the darkest secrets of the fallen Gem Empire. The original Steven Universe became a cultural phenomenon during its 2013 to 2020 run, earning a Peabody Award for its storytelling, diversity, and emotional depth. This new chapter promises to explore the past, present, and future of the Steven universe, deepening the lore of the series that redefined modern animation. Before sharing her exciting news, Sugar emerged from the assembled audience to perform a new original song that she wrote for the upcoming second season of Cartoon Network Studios' popular Adventure Time spinoff, Adventure Time Fiona and Cake. Her performance was part of a larger showcase by producer and showrunner Adam Muto, who offered an early look at season 2 of Fiona and Cake, which will take place more in Fiona's world and less in Ooh, although Huntress Wizard will have an expanded role in the show's second season. After Sugar graced the room with a stunning live version of her song Part of the Madness, a banger by the way, she recalled being asked by Muto to write a song for Simon Petrikov, which would show that, while happy he has regained his sanity, also hints that he misses being the Ice King in Ooh. I said, yeah, I do, because that's how I feel. That's how I feel about this world and these characters, Sugar explained before breaking the biggest news of the day, and perhaps this year's entire festival. I really miss my world, and I really miss my characters too. So I'm co-creating with Ian Jones-Cordy a new Steven Universe series, she went on, eliciting the biggest crowd reaction of the day. And so far, that's all we know about this brand new series. Honestly, I know this is gonna have some mixed reaction amongst fans. There are people who never cared for Lars even after he became pink. There are a lot of people who wanted a sequel to be focused on Steven or Connie. But if you ask me, Lars of the Stars was always the most perfect candidate for a spinoff. The episode itself felt like a spinoff. I remember way back when season 5 was airing, oh, I don't know, this is giving spinoff vibes. And it felt really obvious to me that the crew wanted to make a spinoff. It just wasn't in the cards. And I think for a lot of Steven Universe fans, even if they don't realize it, this is by far the best option for a spinoff. What were the biggest complaints about Steven Universe? Oh, I'm tired of the Steven perspective. Oh, I'm tired of all the townie filler. Oh, I want to see more of Homeworld. I want to see more gems. I want to see more of space. Well, guess what, buddy? We're out of the Steven perspective, and Lars' whole shtick now is space. This is exactly what a lot of people wanted. I'm just saying.
You just asked for specifically that.
Now, just because it's focused on Lars and the off-colors doesn't necessarily mean that the crystal gems will be absent, like, at all. I would actually completely expect them to make appearances throughout this show. I don't know if you guys have seen Fiona and Cake. I'm going to imagine a lot of people have since there's a lot of overlap, but I imagine that Lars of the Stars will use it as a blueprint of sorts. Despite that show being focused around alternate universe versions of Finn and Jake, we still get to see just about everyone in that show. Now, when it comes to the Adventure Time we know, it was only Simon, Betty, Finn, and the Lich. But we still got plenty of Princess Bubblegum and Marceline throughout the multiverse. I imagine we're going to get the exact same thing here, especially when the plot really kicks off, because while I love the off-colors, they don't seem to have fans like that. So it makes perfect sense that we'll get an episode with Pearl, an episode with Garnet, an episode with Peridot, an episode with Lapis, basically like Steven Universe Future. All the gems will pop up and get their own dedicated episodes within the larger story. And speaking of that story, we're finally going to get the Diamond origins. Back in 2020, when the final art book dropped, End of an Era, Sugar redacted information about the Diamond's origins. It was clearly something she was saving in her back pocket. And around the time Future was ending, she revealed that she was originally going to make the season about Gem origins, but decided to pivot to closing out Steven's story. And I always thought that might have been a resource thing. Like, they had less episodes than a normal season, and it felt like they were given way less money since we were getting a lot of episodes that only had like 2 voice actors in them. They couldn't even afford to bring Business original actress back, unless that might have been like a scheduling conflict thing, but either way, it felt like they didn't have as much money to go around. So they decided to keep the Gem origins under lock and key until they could use it for a later story. This is that story. And with this being about the off-colors, I imagine that we're finally going to see the Rhodonite origin story. For those who don't know, Sugar revealed long ago that they had an idea for Future, where Peridot would create a machine that would show how many times the gem had been rejuvenated. Rhodonite would discover that they've been rejuvenated about 27 times. Because the ruby and pearl she's composed of kept falling in love, so their Morganite kept resetting them over and over again, but each time they would find their way back to each other, back in love. But Sugar said the idea felt too ambitious for just an 11-minute episode, and Future has no half hours, so they just scrapped the idea. I imagine since she explained the original concept, it's going to be significantly reworked here, but I still think we can expect to see it nonetheless. Also, we're on Prime Video now. Steven Universe is rubbing shoulders with Invincible and Has-Been Hotel. This will more than likely be an adult animated series like Fiona and Cake. Now, Fiona and Cake doesn't go all out. It's definitely not on the level of something like Invincible, but there is blood, they do swear here and there, and they be popping bottles. The new regular show also seems as if it'll be geared towards adults, as it's airing on Adult Swim in Canada. So it seems like the new era of Cartoon Network is just bringing back their old hits, but aging them alongside the audience who grew up with all these shows. Which honestly, I think is a good call for this generation in particular, because all of these shows felt like they were holding themselves back for the rating. That added a lot of charm to some of these shows. But at the same time, both Adventure Time and Steven Universe wanted to dig into some really heavy themes. And while I appreciate that you can find a way to make that palatable for a kid audience, knowing that they'll just have the freedom to dig deeper has me excited. I really want to see how far Sugar and the Crewniverse can take this idea. Also, I'm assuming we'll finally get the chance to see more Emerald, please? Her literal like 2 minutes of screen time was not enough. You can count all the shots she's in on one hand. You already know I'm going to make some theory videos on this before we even get a single image, but for now, I'm really curious about the state of the universe. They reference the Fallen Gem Empire, so clearly this is a post-future world, but what do they mean by evading the authorities? There's either A, a new alien race, maybe Sneeball, and they're starting to conquer the galaxy and give Gemkind a run for its money, or B, whichever Zircon won that election at the end of Future, got into office and decided to be morally corrupt, setting Gemkind back a few eras, which honestly would not surprise me, not only for a very obvious allegory, but we saw with Bluebird and Holly Blue Agate that there are dissatisfied gems out there who weren't rocking with Era 3. I really like the idea of Stephen establishing democracy on Homeworld, only for a lot of gems to go, remember when everything was terrible and bigoted? Let's do it again! Make Homeworld great again! I'll stop. But I do believe something serious is happening to the universe that demands Lars and the Off-Colors to embark on this journey, and that they believe uncovering gem origins is the key to stopping this conflict, only for the truth to be a lot more horrifying than they could ever imagine. Folks, we are in a brand new era of Steven Universe, just like I knew we'd be, and if I don't get my own indie cartoon off the ground or something by the time it rolls around, you can expect me to cover it diligently on this channel. Either way, I think the world needs more Steven Universe right now. I think announcing it this year during this particular Pride Month holds a lot of weight, since we know the world is crazy right now. So good on Warner and Prime for making this happen. I mean, I know to them they're just chasing dollar signs, but this will mean a lot to a lot of people. But as always, these are just my thoughts and I want to hear yours. Are you excited for the brand new Lars of the Star series? Or do you wish it was about someone else, even though, you know, this is like kind of the dream Steven Universe show for all the lore heads, but what do I know? Anyways, let us know in the comments down below and keep the conversation going over on Twitter and Instagram at AllSharkVox and at Roundtable Vids. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable notifications on so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and it's so great to have Steven Universe back. Thank you, Rebecca Sugar and Ian Jones Cordy, for paying my rent this month. Peace!
What we do here is go back.
Need something to throw on while you draw, study, or sleep? Roundtable Rewind's got you covered. So why not take a stroll down memory lane and subscribe?
No one can tell me what to do.
See you there.